Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for our weekly recap of PB3 Raising Kanan. This is season 1, episode 8, and it was titled The Cost of Business. Alright, y'all, real quick before I jump into this recap review, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell. And if you end up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button along with the share button. Alright, y'all, let's jump into this episode because let me tell you how I am pissed off, and then I got to watch 2 more episodes after this because, you know how you watching something and you already know what's going to happen because they keep doing certain things in the show? Yeah. So I had already knew what was about to happen, but I can't believe what had happened. And I am upset about it because y'all know how much. I ain't even going to get into it. We're going to go in the order of the show. Let's go, y'all. Okay. So we see Juke. She outside the church with a funeral ex. I said, oh my God, girl. So she outside the funeral, Kanan with her or whatever. So he talking about, you know, how 50 Cent be doing the whole voiceover and stuff like that. And he was talking about how stuff can be changing you forever or whatever. So I said, oh, okay, this is the pivotal point where Jukebox got changed or whatever. Because, you know, in Future Power, how she was, what was it, like the last few seasons, how she was. So this is where she got changed. This is where she shifted at. But anyway, somebody was at the funeral talking about I heard it was a heart defect, some kind of congenital defect or something. I said, congenital defect? Girl, that was crack. But the dad see Juke because they went inside the church. I said, oh my God, girl, now you know they're going to flip out. The dad sees her and it's like, Laverne, you shouldn't be here, Laverne, you shouldn't be here. The mama, she start going off. They need to get thrown out. Kanan, so then Juke, she end up leaving. Kanan turned to the daddy, and the mama was like, she loved your daughter. Just want y'all to know. And then he'd go out. She in the days or whatever. And then, you know, Kanan want to be by her side, but she was basically like she needed to be alone. So then he went the other way. We see the bodega lady. She got the little breakfast in her hand with the little pot of coffee and stuff. She walking over to the abuser, and then she put the pancakes down and stuff, and then she accidentally dropped the coffee on him. So of course he mad, you little puta, like ooh. So then she like, oh my God. So then he get the belt, child. He get the belt out, womp. So then she picks up something, throws it at him. I said, girl, what is you doing? So then she run outside. He go grab a butcher knife. I said, not the steak knife. Well, not a steak knife. Not the knife. So then he go chasing her. Where you at, the little puta? Where you at? And it was in Spanish, child. But anyway, I can read Spanish. I just, you know. But anyway, so he go chase her in the garage. So I'm like, what's going on? Why she going in the garage? Somebody in the garage. So then he like, I got you. So then he go inside the garage thinking he got her or whatever. So no, bodega lady has switched it up. Standing beside her is Rox. Rox got the silencer. Poop, pow. He fall down. Then she was poop. So then he gone. I said, ooh, child. Bodega lady looked like she was about to nut. I said, ooh, child, you need a room or something like that. I feel like she had pre-came on herself because the look she had on her face and the feeling, I said, is she about to kiss Rox? Like, what's going on here? What we about to see? But no, she didn't. Rox was like, you okay, girl? She was like, uh-huh. She was like, all right. What she say? Tell him it was some tools missing or something like that. You know, it was a robbery or whatever. Then she left. So then, you know, bodega lady was like, gracias. And then she had went on about her way. I said, ooh, child. So then, what we see? Because I think I done messed up something, child. I mean, boopity-boopity-boop. Nope. Okay. So then we see Malcolm. So we see Malcolm and them, and they done found another crackhead. So another crackhead then bit the dust. So then they were saying, like Malcolm was saying, you know, it ain't the crack that killed them. It's the poison that they cut it with that killed them or whatever. So he was like, you know, it's killing people. They hitting hard and stuff. So he starts telling the his partner like what's going on. He was like, you know, the bad stuff is the good stuff. So for the crackheads, if they see that people dropping dead, that means it's hitting hard and they want to get a part of that or whatever. So she like, what? That don't even make no sense. He was like, yeah, look, this is a victimist crime or whatever. And she was like, Rox did this. He was like, no, Rox ain't do this. She know bodies bring cops and stuff. So this ain't her, this ain't Rox nor Unique or whatever. So she was like, well, this ain't no victimless crime. It's a whole victim here and stuff. And you just said that the bad stuff bring the people and all that stuff. So he like, no, you misunderstanding me or whatever. Like, I'm telling you, they professionals. They ain't finna do this or whatever. She was like, well, what I'm not finna do is get a new asshole because the captain that cussed me out or something like that. So she said she don't want 2 assholes. She just want 1. And he like, all right, bet we can, hit the streets and get some stuff. So Rox sitting down with Lou and Marvin. And she like, what's today's mathematics looking like? Lou like, we got 5. She was like, the whole day, yeah, the corners, the corners drying up and stuff like that and whatever. So, Marvin was saying like, well, we ain't getting no suppliers. We ain't getting nothing like that. So, we just need to shut shit down. Lou agreed with him or whatever. So then, Lou had said something about the bodies, the crack, the blue caps or whatever is dropping bodies. He was like, blue caps and stuff. Marvin looking all scared with his coffee like, oh shit. So Lou was like, I think it's Nick or whatever. And so Rox was like, no, Nick, he too smart for that. He know bodies bring cops or whatever. So he wouldn't do nothing like that. And so she turned to Marvin, was like, have you heard anything? Marvin like, yeah, I heard some boogie down Bronx niggas, they selling it over here or whatever like that. So Lou like, where you hear that from? He was like, I heard that from the streets, nigga. He was like, well, did you hear about some deodorant from the streets, my nigga? Because you need it. Back and forth between them. He was like, no, man, that's my natural musk. You wouldn't know nothing about that. He's like, no, I wouldn't know nothing about that because I'm too busy over here smelling good and shit. I don't know nothing about that. I was cracking up. So then Rox basically like, well, look, you need to shut that shit down because they bringing heat over here, so you need to shut that down. So then Marvin was like, all right, I'm taking care of it. So he get up and leave. So then she turned to Lou and was like, look, tell me about this meeting you had with Nick again. So he was like, well, I already told you what I needed to tell you or whatever. So she was like, no, what you need to do is tell me again, run that shit to me again or whatever. Because, why would Nick come to you? Do he know something about you that I don't know? He was like, man, I can't even believe you even asked me some shit like that. Because, Nick don't know nothing about me. What he will know is if he, when they drop my body in the ground, I'm going to be waving the same flag that I've been waving because I don't flip. I don't sell out. I don't do this. I said, you better tell him, boo. And she was like, all right. So she's satisfied. So then we see Nick, child. Nick mad as okay. So he think Rox putting the blue caps out there to bring the heat to him because she drying up and all this other stuff. So he mad. He tell homie like this Rox. Her homie like, no, man, I heard it ain't Rox. What I say? I tell you what you hear, okay? I said it's Rox in them, so that's what it is. So he done threw some stuff all over the place, child. He like, it is what it is. And then he go tell Ricardo or somebody, child, to clean up the mess that he just knocked over. I said, oh, you got it like that? And then he said he gonna say 5. I said, okay, Nick. So then we see Malcolm. He's talking to the crackhead. So the crackhead was cracking me up. The crackhead like, I don't know nothing about that, man. I'm clean. He was like, clean like you washed your ass clean, like you washed behind your ears, because I know it ain't clean off that pipe. He was like, I'm just saying, man, you supposed to uplift me. You supposed to motivate me. You supposed to encourage me to get off of it and stuff like that. He was like, all right, look, what you know? He was like, well, man, Ebony Ivory and this motherfucker must be serious or whatever. So he was like, look, what you know? And I got a little something. He was like, well, I heard that these young boys, they pushing these caps and stuff or whatever. He was like, the lady was like, well, you got names? He was like, names? You got more money, Hope Jack? Cracking up. So then, of course, Malcolm gave him some money. So he said the name or whatever of the person. Child, when that crackhead said, now you got me all nervous and stuff. Now I got to go calm my nerves down. I got to go smoke some stuff to calm my nerves down. Y'all see what y'all did? Y'all see what y'all did? Got me all nervous and shit. Cracking up. I said, this is crazy. So of course they was laughing at his clown ass. Child, Marvin at home, he done paged Kanan about 15, 11 times. And Kanan like, well, what you paging me for? Marvin like, look, everything's still tight-lipped. You ain't say nothing to nobody about these blue caps and nothing like that. He like, no, man, we wasn't even in here. We was in Queens. We was on the Queens Bridge. We didn't even do this. We was all the way at some other side. We sold it to the white people and stuff like that at the gas station and not. But you know what? Rox always find out. My mom always find out or whatever. And so Marvin was like, she won't kill you, but she will kill me. And Lou gonna be smiling when he do it. Man. So then they sitting there looking stuck. Child, we see Rock. She goes spy on a bodega lady because she just making sure that everything is still intact. And she was like, the bodega lady was putting in her work. She was like, oh God, I can't believe he did. I said, oh, give her an award, child, because she is killing it. And so Rox was satisfied with that. We see Juke. She's stalking Nicole's house. They see everybody, for the repast and stuff like that. They in there, eating that green bean casserole and stuff, over the baby. So anyway, we at the strip club, titties shaking, asses shaking and stuff like that. They meeting up with Yellow Hoodie. So I think his name was Lil Rel or something like that. But this was the boy in the yellow hoodie or whatever. So they meeting up with him. He just trying to pay the strippers. And they go ahead, act like they got a warrant on him. Child, they handcuff him, take him outside. Child, he starts singing like a canary. Well, no, it wasn't me, man. It wasn't me. Because they was like, well, you got like 6, 7 bodies on you, whatever. No, that wasn't me. That was that little nigga Kanan over there in Queens. I said, somebody kill him. Because he snitched like that. They ain't even put him in the back of the damn cop car. He was already snitching. So they uncuffed him and stuff. And then he went on in there. And then he want to talk all this smack. Oh, pussy ass nigga, old cop, pussy, old pig. I said, boy, take your old snitching ass back in the goddamn strip club. So then, the lady cop, Ivory, we was gonna call her Ivory, child. She was like, well, we gonna need to go pick up Kanan or whatever. He was like, no, I need to do some recon on my own. She was like, recon? You sound like you going on some mission and you keeping out your partner or whatever. He was like, look, you scared of neighbors, so no, you can't go. Child, at the studio, it's some dudes, they playing craps and stuff. Crown over there getting sung down by some chick. Lou walk in, he wants to talk to Crown. The people who rolling craps, they turned and Crown was like, well, the boss walked in. So he was like, he ain't the boss. And so Lou was like, I am what I say I am. I said, oh, Lord, Lou, no. So then he sent everybody out. He goes down, talk to Crown. He basically telling Crown, like, look, I ain't the bank. The money I gave you was an investment. So now we going 50-50 on this shit. So Crown like, nah, man, like we about to drop 2 singles and stuff like that. You going to get paid off of that. Then we going to be square. He was like, no, it ain't going to be square one like that. Crown want to negotiate. Lou like, man, ain't no that. He pulled this big ass. I said, damn. What you hiding that at? He pulled this big ass gun out of his pants. Was like, you want to negotiate and you ain't got nothing to negotiate about. Look, it's going to be 2 ways. Something is going to be on this paperwork. Either it's going to be your blood or your signature. So the lawyer was just like, it ain't phase him. He like, here you go the paperwork, my nigga. Just sign it. So, of course, Crown signed over and it's 50-50. So, Juke, she's still stalking the house and stuff like that. The rents, they leave, they get in this taxi. Who knows where they finna go, child, but they left. So then she go break into the house. I said, ain't nobody see this little black girl standing outside these fancy little brownstones and ain't nobody. Oh, okay. But she go break the window. She get inside the house and stuff like that. She in Nicole's room. She go, she crying because she distraught. Like her boo thing. That's her first love or whatever. So she go find the tape that they made in the mall. She start watching that child and she just broke down and cried. I just wanted to hug her. I really did want to give her a big hug because the look was like she played that role. The look on her face, and she just looked like she was just distraught. Like she was not going to be able to make it. I was like, oh my God. So we see Malcolm. He pulled rocks over. She like, this motherfucker. So he get out the car. He goes to her car and was like, look, you better follow me. She was like, I ain't following you. You better follow me. I'm locking Kanan up. And he got 6, 7 bodies on him. She was like, oh, okay, well, nigga, I'm going to follow you. So they goes to the park where they always, where she be talking to Neek at and stuff. And so they walking in the park and he tell her about the drugs and the bodies that was tallied up with the drugs and stuff like that. And he wants her to tell Kanan that he the pappy. And she like, nigga, I ain't nobody telling nobody they the pappy or nothing like that. I ain't doing. He like, it's the right thing to do. She like, ain't no right thing to do or whatever like that. Was it the right thing to do when you was undercover and you was pushing up on a 16-year-old? You told me you was 17. Did it matter, my nigga? What's 1 year? Like, come on now. So he was like, well, DEFCON. He was older adult. You ain't mind him pushing up on a 16-year-old or whatever. She was like, see, that's what it was. See, DEFCON was left-handed. I was his beard or whatever, and that's why he didn't blink an eye when I got pregnant with Kanan, because it looked better for him to seem like he had a kid and a girl or whatever. So he was like, what? He was, and so she was like, yeah, DEFCON was 10 times the man as you are, or whatever like that. So, child, he ends up threatening to tell the block that Kanan is a cop's son. She was like, you wouldn't even do nothing like that. If you do something like that, you might as well just pull the trigger with him yourself. He was like, no, Kanan gonna be fine. But with you not gonna be fine, because I'm gonna tell everybody that you a snitch or whatever, and you fucking a cop. So then she looking like, for real? And so he was like, look, I'm done waiting or whatever like that. And if your brothers think about it, approaching me or something like that, tell them I'm shooting first and asking questions later. I said, damn. So then she get in her car and she tells somebody, I'm assuming it was Lou, that he needed to pick up that dry cleaning in Harlem or whatever. Child, she goes storming in the house. She didn't call Kanan his whole name. Kanan Elijah Stark, get your ass down here. He looking like, oh shit. So he get down there and she was like, you know what? I thought I raised you different. I thought you was different. You know, I keep saying the same shit over and over again, but it's like you're not listening. Like you don't give a fuck or nothing like that. And he was like, well, you know, I was just trying to show you that you should believe me. Believe you? Why would I believe you? You got niggas dead out here in the streets. Why would I think you, why should I believe you or whatever like that? He was like, well, we was doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? You was doing everything right. And by we, you mean you and your Uncle Marvin? Let me tell you about your Uncle Marvin, okay? You know why I don't want to put him in the game, why I won't give him nothing? Because when you and Jukebox was a baby, he was out there doing a bid. You know how he was doing a bid? Because he was up there cooking crack up in the house, and he was smoking crack too, because he was a junkie. So he was on that stuff, okay? And that's not what you supposed to do. And then when the cops came to the door, this nigga was so high, he offered them to sell him a dime bag, okay? And this is who you following behind. You found behind a junkie. I said, oh, God. So, he was like, well, you know, mama, I blame you. And, you know, I don't even blame Uncle Marvin. I don't even blame me. I blame you. As I'm with you, I'm exactly who I'm supposed to be. She said, wow, knock that boy on that floor. I said, about time. I'm exactly who you made me to be. It's all because of you. She said, okay, it's all because of you. I'm up here cleaning up your mess, okay? I'm up here cleaning up your mess, all your goddamn mess. All you did was give me problems all around here. You give me all these damn problems, Kanan, and all I'm doing is cleaning up your mess. And it started clicking in his head. She was like, yeah. Because she said something like the drugs, D-Wiz, or something like that. And he was like, wait a minute, D-Wiz? Yeah. Yeah, I killed him. I killed him to save you. So you don't know things, Kanan. You don't know things. They was coming for you. They had a hit on your head. They came, buck 20 people came for you. Nick boys came for you, and they just wanted somebody hit. So I killed D-Wiz to keep them off your ass, okay? Now who you blame for D-Wiz? Me or you? He was looking like, oh, shit, mama. So then he goes storming off, child. I said, Lord. We see Lou, he following Neek. So Neek dropped his car keys off. I guess this is his place, where he live at or whatever like that. Because he dropped his keys off, was like, you know, the car out front. So then he go. So then Lou coming in, the dude was like, well, can I help you? He was like, yeah, I just left something in my boy ride. Can I get the keys real quick? So the man was kind of looking like, But then Lou, you know, the gun right here. So then he pulled it back. But he went in his pocket. So the man saw the gun and he gave him a couple dollars or whatever like that. So the man finally gave him, you know, the car keys. So then he ended up stealing Neek's jacket. I said, Lord, not the jacket. So then we see Rock. She come in the apartment buildings. With her little cheetah cat suit on. I said, okay. And her what was it? No, they wasn't thigh high. They was knee boots. Her little knee boots on. I said, okay, Rock, you better, girl. So then she basically told everybody to leave. So Marvin like, all right, y'all heard what she said, go on, leave. So then she like, well, you know what's going on here, how y'all doing everything here. He started telling her, you know, how the apartments buildings is coming along and whatnot, child. She ended up taking a 4x4. Wow, I thought she was gonna hit him upside the head. But she didn't though. She hit him or whatever like that. And he was like, y'all was shutting me out. So then she cusses him out and was like, you know, but that's why we was shutting you out, because your ass can't do shit right. You always doing some stuff. He was like, I'm a gangster and I do gangster shit. And she was like, no, you do dumb shit or whatever. She was like, I can't trust you. I can't fuck with you no more. You almost, you got bodies on my son and all this other stuff. So she kicked him out the family, child. I said, not out the family, Rox. So then she like, I don't want you out. You out the family. Don't come near me. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Bring whatever you got left and bring it to loose. He like, but sis. Get the fuck out of my sight. All right. I said, damn. Just like what they had did to Kanan. Was it Kanan? No, Cain. That's why they did to Cain and the damn other power. I said, why they always kicking people out of the family? Jesus. I know my heart had felt for Cain. Marvin brought this on himself. Marvin brought this on himself. Anyway, we see Juke. She's still going through it, child. She's still in these people's house. I said, girl, why is you still in these people's house? So she go put the video in her book bag. She finds the card for Laverne. She finds the card that Nicole had left for her in there, but she don't take it out to read. The daddy come in there and was like, oh my God, Laverne, you got to leave. We didn't know. You got to leave, Laverne. So she looking at him all sad, tears just rolling in her face and stuff. The mama come in there. She going berserk. You're a murderer. You're a murderer. You killed her. You take this crack ball back to your ghetto where you killed my daughter. I said, oh my God. They ended up calling the cops. They, thought somebody broke in. The cops was behind them. They saw her put her hands up. She put her hands up easy peasy. And they handcuffed her. Kanan go to D house. Here he find out CPS done been called. They in foster care. And because the mama done died like a month ago. I said, child, bye. Lou, he just finished Bow Chicky Wow Wow with his boo thing. She talking about putting Famous first, putting him on top. She want to talk about the music. Lou like, bitch, ain't nobody trying to hear all this shit. Like, why you can't just shut up, suck the ding dong, and just be quiet? Like, what the beat? So then she like, well, I'm out of here. So then she take her little behind out the house or whatever. And then the fact that killed me was, you was bigging him up all this time. Because first she was bigging him up when they was in the bed, right? Like, oh my God, you on a path and stuff. I need you to help me with Famous and stuff like that. He was like, well, to be a one-hit wonder, you got to have a hit. And so then she got all mad and then he was sorry. I said, but 2 seconds ago, you was just telling this man he was the shit. Now he's sorry, girl. Get your life. So anyway, we see Marvin and let me see. Nope. Oh, Juke had got released. Like some detective in Queens had called the cops who had locked her up, handcuffed her and was about to take her to the precinct. They had called and said let her be free. So they had freed her on the corner, child. At the club we first started at, when Marvin and that white chick, he banging her back out and stuff like that. And then we see like this wire. So I'm like, why would she have a wire in her thing? So he finished, banging her back out. And he like, yo, you got the money because I need the money or whatever like that. She was like, well, what do you need the money for? He was like, look, I paid you up front, or I gave you something up front. Now you owe me my money. She was like, well, what do I owe you the money for? Just tell me what I owe you the money for and I'll give you the money. Just tell me. He was just like, bitch, ain't no pussy worth this bullshit. I'm out of here. So then he go leave. She go chasing him through the club. Just tell me what you owe me. I owe you the money for. Just tell me and I'll give it to you. Symphony at the bar, so he peeping all this like, what's popping? She go over to this table where it's like 2 undercover cops, child, and they had put her on charges because I guess they found some dope or something in her car, so she got 2 charges on her, so she's trying to get out of the charges by putting them onto a bigger fish. I said, girl. So then, of course, Symphony hear all this, so of course he gonna take it back to Rox, and then it's gonna be on and popping. She about to die. She should just took them charges. Then we see Rox. She talking to Joaquin, remember the bodega's cousin who got the supply. So she's talking to him. They at this little fancy restaurant and stuff like that. And she's telling him, I ain't got time to waste. Like, I need to get some work because everything finna be on and popping, whatever. So he like, what's this cop you going with or whatever? This cop you was seen with. So then his crew pulled out all these guns. Rox dude looked like he was about to shit a brick, but she was real calm or whatever. She was like, look, you show me somebody who don't got a cop on their team, and I'll show you, what she said, and I'll show you a crackhead who ain't got no crack or something. I don't know what she said, child. But she basically made it seem like he was dirty and was working for her and stuff. So Joaquin, he had brought it, so he was just like, all right, put your guns away. And she was like, all right, well, you want to give me that work so I can have it looking like there's a storm up in here. He was like, well, I'll give it to you, but you gotta do some things real quick. What you need to do, cause she was like, well, you think that I'm gonna back up. So she was like, well, what you think I'm gonna be walking around with cops by night and killing people during the day? Because he had asked about Gabriel or something. She was like, I don't know. But then she dropped it like, well, I killed him. I threw them bullets in him for your cousin's sake and stuff like that. So she like, well, I'm going to be killing people during the day and then walking around with the cops at night. Like, come on now, make it make sense. So he was like, all right, you making sense and whatever. But what you need to do is, because you keep talking about some, you want to make the game change. You got to tell me what that mean. And I just don't understand what that mean, because that sound like one of your brother's songs. And then you got to prove to me that Howard ain't going to be no problem. And then he was like, you got to come with a business plan to me or whatever. And she was like, after I do that, we going to be good. He was like, oh yeah, we going to be good. She was like, all right. So she got her little jacket and stuff. We about to be good. So then she get up and leave. We saw a meat crew. They got together. They got the little, what is it, the something cocktail, the Mai Tai, is it Mai Tai? Something with an M, cocktail, where they got gasoline and, they put the little rag in there, they light it on fire, throw it in there, boom. So they got that in the back seat. He got all these guns. They finna light up somebody. So I said, oh my God. Because before we saw Rox having the rest of the conversation with Joaquin, we saw Neeks. I'm like, is they about to go to this restaurant and blow this thing up? So I didn't know what was about to go on. So he's basically telling his crew, like, this not just a hit or a drive-by. This is an MFM message, so make sure it's loud and clear. I said, oh, my God, who is he about? Already know who he about to kill. Goddamn. So we see Juke with Kanan, and she like, well, I heard about D or whatever. And then so he like, yeah, he feeling bummed down and stuff. So Juke holding up the cat, the vial and stuff. And she tell Kanan, like, this would kill Nicole. And she took it out of my backpack. He looking like, oh, shit. Because he know he done killed her or whatever. And so she was like, yeah, she smoked this ish and it killed her. So he starts stuttering, and then he calmed himself down. And he was like, I don't even know what to say. She was like, you know what? I don't even blame you, and I don't even blame myself. It's this place. It's this effed up place we living in or whatever. Child, last scene we see Lou. He listening to some music. He got his little whiskey in the cup. I said, oh my God, they about to kill my baby. His phone ring. He just let it go to the regular old voicemail. I said, oh, look at them phones back in the day when you had the voicemail you could listen to. And you could be like, ooh, I want to take that call. Y'all don't know nothing about that, but maybe y'all do. But anyway, Rox ended up was on the phone, right? And she had said, batter her up, nigga. I said, who she about to kill? So then he said he off tonight. I said, no, Lou, you not off tonight. Go upstairs, get your gun. Get your gun, Lou. But he said he off. Child, car pull up. It's homie and the crew. I said, oh, Lord, they gonna kill my baby. So they ready. They got all the guns. They standing out there, They put the little rag in the little bottle. Then they light it up. They throw it in there. Lou looking like, he go on the ground. He start crawling. I said, Lou, why you ain't go upstairs, Lou? Why you ain't go out the back door? Like, what you doing, Lou? What you doing? Anyway, he get on the ground, child. They start shooting. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah. Shooting him up. Oh, God. Marvin driving down the street. He like, what the fuck's going on? All right, nigga. He's putting on the brake. He put on the gas and stuff. They light him up. Boop, 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 boop. I said, oh, my God. He got hit somewhere, child. Who knows? He go in the house, it's fire all over the place, because the man threw another bottle. He threw 2 bottles in there, child. It's like, all this fire. He break down the door. He like, Lou, my brother, Lou. Lou on the floor, y'all. He gone. Marvin carry him out. He like, somebody help. I said, can you be louder? You ain't got no cell phone, or you just call 911, my nigga. Like, come on, do mouth to mouth. You ain't learned CPR. Like, what? He had an ambulance in the back. Marvin just sit out there with his Hulk stand. Talking about, Lou gone, y'all. God damn it. Lou gone. But I knew he was going to be gone because they were showing too much of Lou in this episode. You know what I'm saying? When they show too much of somebody in the episode, you know they about to get either voted off or they about to die. Like, that's... They ain't had to kill my baby Lou. Like, what I'm supposed to look at now? Yeah, what I'm supposed to... I mean, Rox is pretty. I guess I look at Rox. So she pretty. You know what I'm saying? But Lou and them eyes and them lips. I just look at Rox then. Okay. I just look at Rox, you know. Whatever. Y'all ain't had to do this to me. Y'all could at least did it in episode 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gone, y'all. He gone. Anyway, y'all, that was the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all felt about it down there in them comments. If y'all ended up liking this recap review, y'all go ahead and hit me with that thumbs up button. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. All right, y'all. I will see y'all in the next one. Until then, peace.